Second.
Aye. Aye. Motion passes. Next, we have the payment of the claims, $139,898.97. And that includes $500 addition for the buy money.
Yes,
Okay.
that includes it.
Yeah.
So the first number on yours was without that, so,
Okay.
yeah.
Is there anything you'd like to mention about the payment of claims?
No, it's pretty standard. Nothing stuck out to me, keeping the lights on.
Yeah, I went through them on Friday and I don't remember anything sticking out in my mind, so. Any questions from the board?
No.
Any question, comment from the public? All right, do I have a motion to accept the payment of the claims?
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Next, we have monthly payroll, $6,351.12. I forget, are we doing each one of those individually, the monthly payroll and the regular payroll separate?
So the first time you did them individually, and the second time you just did them as a group.
Okay.
A group is easier. You know, you can read them and say what they are, but a group is easier.
Okay.
I don't see the need to separate them, do we?
I don't have an issue doing it either way. Kristen, do you have any?
I don't. I was the one that wanted it separate the first time, but as you had pointed out, it really is very, it's been very similar
Yeah.
since we've started doing this, so now I'm fine.
So regular payroll for August 16th, 2019 is $176,129.69. Is there any question or?
I don't think you read them all. So there's 3 on here.
Yes.
There's the August regular payroll. Then there's the July.
Oh, the pension payroll,
There you
yeah.
go.
Okay, so the July 26, 2018 pension payroll was $94,441.55. And it looks like the smaller of those is what, like clothing allowances, or no?
No,
Those are the city council's
that's the
payments.
monthly, so that's going to have
Gotcha.
the city council's pay and the crossing guards pay and civic center and city judge.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Any question or comment from the board with the payroll?
No.
Any question or comment from the public? Do I have a motion to accept all 3 of the payments of payroll?
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Then we have blight claims. The blight claims this month, or this meeting are $265. That's a payment back to IHCDA because a claim was submitted to the IHCDA, but that house was removed from the program. So they paid out for a survey on the home, and we are reimbursing them for that survey. Is there any question from the board on the blight elimination claims?
No.
Anything from the public? Do I have a motion to accept the payment of the claims for the blight program?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Next, we have the city attorney report. Anything to report, Mr. Kern?
None for the Board of Works.
All right. That moves us to communications. We have nothing under communications, nothing under unfinished business. New business, Gina, is there, Gina, somebody else want to venture the pronunciation on this?
You did just great.
Gotcha. Wabash Elks, Lodge 471. We had a request for a police escort, and EMA, a police and EMA escort, 1 p.m. from Highway 24 onto Highway 19 to North Main Street, North Main down 7th to the Peru Elks.
If you give me just 1 second, I just remembered, I emailed this girl and asked what time, or what the date.
Was it on the,
It was not, but she did respond, and I know it's in my email, so.
oh, okay,
Let me
gotcha.
see if I can.
Okay.
Do you want to skip this one and go back to go to the next one?
Sure. Okay.
And we can come back to that.
Okay. All right. Well, let's.
Oops, got it.
Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say, 'cause I was gonna figure out how
Never to
it.
load, and then it's September 14th.
September 14th. Okay.
Did you have to turn your Wi-Fi off?
Yes. That's what I did.
So that is a Saturday. That's 3 weeks.
That is the second Saturday.
Gotcha. That is the second Saturday. If they're coming in on 24 to 19 to 7th Street, it shouldn't.
Yeah, that's from 1 to 145, so.
Okay. Police or fire, traffic, any,
Do we know why they want to be so windy with it? Whether if they're coming in, we're going to have to go through 6 lights and possibly have to face a train versus when we leave, we only have to leave and go through 3 lights to get them back out. And so, I know you probably don't have that answer. No,
Yeah, I
unfortunately, She's not
don't.
here. I just don't understand why it's a little more difficult when you have to have that many.
would you like to contact her and ask her if we want to change that route?
That'd be great.
Okay.
Yeah, either way, I mean, we'll do it, but if we could change the route, it'd be easier. And plus, she may not know about the train issue that we could potentially have there.
Can we vote on this with subject to change?
Yeah, I mean, if you're okay with it either way, then we'll approve it, if that's all right with the board, if we all agree here. And then you can talk to her about doing one route or the other.
Thank you.
Okay. I guess, is there any other question from the board in that?
No, that makes sense.
Okay. Any other concern or comment from anyone else? Okay, so, could you one more time for the record, Mike, your proposed alternative route?
Would be just the route that they're leaving on, where they'd actually come in on 24 to North Broadway, and then North Broadway to 7th Street, which is, as you see, that's what, I think that's what they're doing, they're leaving 7th Street, going north on Broadway back to 24, so the route
Okay.
they're leaving is the route I'd like them to bring in, but just reverse.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Is that, okay.
What are they, what is it for? I mean, the escort, is it people walking? Is it a motorcycle? Is it?
This will be a poker run for an absent member of the Wabash Elks to raise money for cancer research for IU and PU research facilities. So motorcycles, poker runs usually motorcycles.
Typically, yes.
Okay, I was gonna say, I kind of assumed it was motorcycles. But-
And you wouldn't think they'd want to get separated throughout all these lights, and it takes multiple officers to stop that as opposed to 2 following in, following them out.
Correct.
Okay. Sort of a motion to accept the police escort with the alternative exit route.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. And I guess really, as long as you work that out with them, I don't think there's really anything else to report back to us or to put on the calendar. It's kind of the same to us.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, next we have Jay Cox, Smitty's, with a road closure request for Riverside Drive on October 11th and 12th for a tent party. I believe they've been, this is the same one they have been doing for Oktoberfest last few years, or just a new one?
I don't think they've had this one before.
Yeah, I
It
think
didn't
so.
sound like they had had this one before.
Okay. I think they just have the one
Earlier in the,
just during the circus that Sundays one. Gotcha.
For some reason, I remember one though being
they did.
pulled outside.
Yes, you're right. There was one last year that it was pulled out.
Yeah, yep,
So I was thinking, why would someone want to stand outside?
Yeah, I'm pretty
this?
sure this is the same.
Okay.
yeah, okay.
She didn't really give me any times, but I'm just assuming,
Like they always do, because
Like they
the
always
tent
do.
setup is the biggest thing. They have to close it down and then it can't be
Right.
open until Monday after they get in.
right?
So it'd be the same as they've done every other time, I'm assuming.
I asked Todd and Mike, any question or comment on this?
I don't think we've ever received a complaint or any type of issue on that one. It seems like she's always done a great job with it.
It's good to hear. Any question or comment from the board, any concern? Okay, as far as the times then, we're going with what we've done the past ones, the past times. I don't recall off the top of my head what
So
the
normally they
times
have
are.
the tent set up by about noon.
Uh-huh.
Is the 11th, is that on a Saturday or a Friday?
October 11th is a Friday.
Normally they have it set up by noon so that they can have the party that night, and
Mhm.
then it goes into Saturday, but they may pick up on Saturday because they usually do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which means that they don't pick up on Sunday and they have to pick up on Monday.
Mhm.
So this one's a little different that way. The tent place may pick up on Saturday, but I know they don't on Sunday. But if
Right.
they're gonna do Saturday night.
So it would be a
also,
Monday as
it'll
well.
be It'll be Monday.
And then I think that was first thing Monday morning, they thought by 10 o'clock
Right.
they had them out of there and the
Yeah.
roads were open back up.
That's what I would assume.
Yeah, that they're gonna set up around by, like, so close the road around noon on Friday, on the 11th, and then
It should be
it,
open by noon on Monday.
and open by noon on Monday.
Todd, you just typically set the barricades out, then they put them up when they need them. So if it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, they can do that as well.
Is that good?
Yeah.
We're all good with that then?
Okay.
So that's a,
Would it be Monday though, or would it be Sunday?
well, that's
Do
the
not
thing.
pick up on Sunday.
Yeah.
The Kokomo tent that they usually get it from do not pick up on Sunday without a ginormous charge, so it's usually Monday.
Is that gonna be okay then, Mike, if we do that? Okay. Any question or comment from the board on that? Any comment, concern, question from the public? No? All right, do I have a motion to accept Smitty's road closure request?
So moved.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Aye. All right, next we have Elizabeth Edwards, First Presbyterian Church. The alley closure request for October 12th. As we just learned, that is a Saturday. From 11:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. The alley running east and west North Cass to North Hood Street. And they were kind enough to provide a drawing to illustrate how they're planning to do that. Todd, were you able to get a copy of that to see what they're... Okay. Looks like they're wanting barricades
It's fine.
next to the church parking lot there at First Presbyterian Church in Cass. I don't know if you guys want to...
My parents, you got me.
This one confuses me because you get people to come down this far into the alley and they can't get back out.
Yeah, that's what was kind of my thing too, when you're not doing it at a...
I understand they're only wanting to utilize this, but I think putting the barricades here, you're gonna get people to come down, unless there's garages along here that they need to get to.
Well, yeah, that's true. And then it says that the church has got a garage here. I don't know what's over in these areas.
Just houses. Yeah, there's houses all the way down through here, so maybe that's why they're doing it.
Yeah. Is there a, like road or alley closed sign, kind of like, that sits without a barricade, so people will at least know that it's closed, but if people that live there and have, like, maybe a garage, can just drive around the little road closed sign to get to their garage.
Like they have, local traffic only, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, with as many people we done, if they had to move a barricade, I don't think that that's the end of the world.
Yeah. I was just gonna see what it looks like on the map. To see. I mean, if that's not a huge issue, we can do that. That probably wouldn't be an issue to have half the alley closed.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this is for the 11th, so in about 3 weeks.
Right, okay. 11th or the 12th? Saturday or
Oh, yeah, what was that? It was the 12th.
Okay.
Yeah. I do see there is, looks like 2 or 3 garages on the north side of that alley on the site. So they probably would want access to that, I'm imagining.
Sure. I don't think this is gonna be not that much outright traffic.
Okay.
you get a phone number?
It's the,
First Presbyterian.
yeah,
Presbyterian Church, yeah, there is a phone
yeah, there's a
number.
phone number. Okay.
Would you like that now? Actually, the person requesting gave her cell phone number as well. I can get that to you after the meeting.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll just tell her if they've got enough people down there and somebody wants in, and then notify their neighbors and they'll let them in.
So we're putting barricades, like, halfway down the alley, or are we putting the barricades at the street?
I don't know if will they be, you think they'll be using the alley where these people pull into their garages?
Well, that's what I was, there's a couple
I
garages.
bet they're just trying to block off their parking lot.
Right, just so people are not driving through where there's people walking around.
Yeah,
So by leaving it here, cars can't get into where the people will actually be walking.
I'm with you, yeah.
So they still have access to all of that. They just can't go all the way through.
Right.
I think the way it is actually probably works.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I
actually,
think
you're
they
right.
kind of do that on that trunk and tree thing too, don't they? One of those churches down through there does that. Don't
Yeah, that's farther up west. That's right across from your dad's house.
Oh, yeah.
They do that.
Then I think they kind of do the same thing with the alley there, don't they? Kind of keep people out of their parking lot somewhere. Seems like I remember taking something they had, I don't know. Gosh, these all blend together, we get something.
Yeah. So then we're just good with the
Yeah.
road closure being there halfway down the alley? Or
Yeah,
the blocks being there?
right.
Okay.
Okay.
We're good with that then?
Yeah.
Is there any other comment, concern from public? All right, do we have a motion to accept the First Presbyterian Church alley closure request?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, next we have Chief Meeks with a request to amend the SOPs in General Order Number 23 concerning uniforms.
Thank you. I know I'd sent this SOP out to each of you, and I don't know if you've had an opportunity to review it, but the main thing that we're trying to cover is the bulletproof vest, and for whatever reason, we've never really put anything about the bulletproof vest being mandatory to wear, even though it's just been kind of an unwritten rule. But with us going to the outer carrier low-bearing vest that we have, we decided to go ahead and amend the SOP. In particular, the reason why we wanted to do it was because we wanted to make it mandatory that officers, I guess not mandatory, but make them aware of what they can and cannot put on that load-bearing vest. And the one thing that we're making mandatory is that they keep their gun on their belt. And the reason being is just for muscle memory. We don't want an officer to go like this to reach for their gun and it's not there because they opted to put it over here. So otherwise, everything else is optional, whether they want to put it on their belt or put it on their vest. So other than that, there was a little, I think there were a couple little typos that were cleaned up in here as well, but other than that, I think everything else pretty much stays the same. So I don't know if the group has any questions at all, I'd be happy to answer them.
Yeah, no, I really like the way you did this too, with the kind of a different color for the new stuff and, you know, old stuff marked out, so, yeah.
Something that we don't know anything about.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier to see where you're coming from and where you're going there, so,
Appreciate it. Give credit to Maria, my administrative assistant, she was the one that typed it up and did that, so it helped me as well to read it. So
Right.
That's a good thing, but I will pass that compliment on, thank you.
yeah, no, seems like pretty, like Steve mentioned before, like, it looks like you guys are just cleaning stuff up and doing a lot of, maintenance, you know, on the SOPs.
Yes,
Living thing with no questions.
yes, we're trying.
Sure.
Good job.
Thank you.
Is there any other questions from the board for Chief? Is there any questions from the public or anyone for Chief? Okay, thank you, Chief.
You can stay up here, because you're...
Is there,
I second it. Sorry.
oh, okay, so we have a motion and a second?
Yeah.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, next we have the no parking sign request by Chief Meeks at the end of the east-west alley by Elmwood Elementary.
So I was a good boy and gave you a heads up on the first item that I wanted, but this one I kind of sprung on you, so you probably didn't get an opportunity to drive down this way. So I don't know if each of the three of you are familiar. I know Mayor Greer is, because I actually just saw him this morning down there, but this is, if you look at the first picture, that is the east-west alley beside Elmwood School. And what you see there is you can see the vehicle that's parked there. Just so happened on this day, there happened to be one parked there. If you look beside the tree on that first picture to the right, you can see that's actually a no parking sign. I spoke with Todd, I also spoke with a couple other officers, and when you talk about intersections, crosswalks, driveways, there's state law regarding how far you, or how close you can park to the entrances or exits of those, but there's nothing that we could find that dictated anything about an alleyway. So we didn't have a state law to fall back on. So I don't know when we actually put the no parking sign in that exists there to the right of the alley, but there is not one to the left. So if you look at page 2, you can kind of see how close that vehicle parked there. And then page 3, I think, shows it really well. And I think that picture right there dictates exactly what we're looking for here. You know, if we have kids that are getting ready to, let's just say a car comes down that alley after school is let out, they're trying to look to the right, they're trying to edge out. Now they see a car coming and they decide to back up, and there's a kid in that crosswalk right there. That could potentially be a tragedy for us. So what we're proposing then is to put that no parking sign, Todd, help me, 20 feet, 25?
It'll be 22 feet
22 feet from,
from that, right where the radius starts.
okay.
It'll be 22 feet to the radius, and then you'll have another 5 feet of radius there for the...
So is that, I guess I'm going to ask the same question. So is the radius going to be from that point in the middle of the alley, or it'll be like right down the edge of the?
Right here. It'll be 22 feet that direction.
Okay. So he's basically saying from.
From the corner of the crosswalk.
Yeah.
Oh, from this way.
How about the distance where that vehicle's parked from the front of that all the way back to the alley?
Yeah, he's actually saying 22 feet from right there where that curve is at.
Okay, sorry.
22 feet, right?
Okay.
Yeah, there's 82 feet of space there from that radius clear up to where the next one goes, up to the north of the sidewalks.
So I don't know of any issues or close calls, but I think it's probably best that we try to get ahead of this instead of having a tragedy happen and saying, we wish we would have done something different here. So I'm just requesting the Board of Works to approve, like I said, the no parking sign be placed where Mr. Wolf has said.
Well, I can even see trying to get out of there, trying to happen to go way out around into the other lane just to try to get around there because you can't make that corner.
Right.
That one is definitely too close to even try to make that corner.
The thing is, when Elmwood School was built, we didn't have that many grades there, we didn't have that many students there, and I think just over the duration, or over time, and now the bus routes are different, the pickups are different, so I think we just needed to change with the times as well. I know we've even contemplated even actually asking the Board of Works to make that a one-way at one time. We haven't approached you, but when you have the buses that park there, and then they're trying to back out, and they have cars coming south at them, it's just a mess. I don't know, we'd have to have traffic surveys and things like that, but at this point, I think this is probably something we need to pursue at least, and then maybe that one way, maybe down the road with, oh, and one thing I wanted to mention is I actually talked to Mrs. Eddy, the principal there, she was all for it, and Mr. Anderson, who is the tenant right there, or the land owner, homeowner, right there, he was all for it as well. It doesn't really affect him, because it's on the other side of his property, but I did speak with both of them, and they were in favor of this as well.
That other sign was put up in 2012, yes.
Todd, is there something, I mean, I see the sign, but like, is there any way that like the curb can be painted like there's a non, and then even something like a hashing in the road to like really identify that this is a not, because you know how it's going to be, people are going to pull up thinking they're only going to be there for a minute, but the more you can put out to where you know you're in an illegal spot, you know, they can say, I didn't see the sign, but you can't miss the curb painting, or if they have like the hashing or whatever on the actual road.
And that's the one to the right there, the one that already exists, I know there is no curbing there, but I don't know what you can do.
And is there anything that you do on the road?
We can hash them both.
I mean, I think that's just an extra thing, that way somebody can't say, well, I didn't see that. Because I can pretty much guarantee you're probably going to get that phone call, like, I didn't see that sign there.
Certainly. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a learning curve. I know every morning when I pull out of there, it's a little bit of a leap of faith. Pull out slow, so no one hits you because you can't see anything.
And you're in a big vehicle.
Yeah.
Sitting of a passenger.
Oh, yeah, I'm up high there, and it doesn't matter, you pull out slow.
But nobody's going too fast.
Yeah. You know, well, it's school zone, it's pretty crowded, so everybody's going a little bit slow enough to it. Yeah. So, is there any other questions for Chief on the road?
No, I would definitely like to see something on the road though, if at all possible.
Yeah. Any other question or comment for the Chief? Anybody else? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tomorrow morning?
Good catch, Chief.
You want it tomorrow morning? We already have the sign made.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll just stick it up with our temporary, and then we'll we gotta locate that, of course, on that grass side.
I'm sorry, Todd, that's not soon enough.
Basically, it's not.
What are you waiting for?
Why aren't you out there doing it?
I mean, and I'm assuming you probably have to wait till the weekend to do the paint, if you're going to do hash.
No, we can probably squeeze that in this week.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't get dark till 9, so.
I said, our park's there, and you already have the sign up, just paint up the car.
Right.
Yeah, we'll go there first thing in the morning, stick that up, that way we can locate it, you know, paint on the street saying locate, and that way nobody will park in there.
Are you going to be able to get to it first thing in the morning, with all the
Yeah,
traffic there?
They start like over there, anybody shows up. They won't be there until, yeah, we'll be,
Yeah, they're there at 6.
over there at 6
Yeah.
o'clock. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I was know, everybody starts showing up there about 6:45, so I don't know how long it takes, so.
Beat 'em.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Anything else? Nope. All right, I have a motion to accept the request for the no parking sign.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Next, we have Mr. Anderson with a road closure plus police escort request on August 24th, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. in front of the literary aid. Escort would start at 11, traveling north on Broadway to Highway 24. So, straight. Oh, there you go.
Pretty self-explanatory. We're doing a fundraiser, we're just gonna close off the road, probably just go a little east of the literary aid, so people still have access to like the depot and stuff. We've never needed to go anywhere down that far. The only thing that we did last time was we added an extra one out on the road, so people don't make that corner, they, you know.
Road closed.
Yes, so that was the only learning curve we had from the first one. The second one, it worked out perfect. And then as far as the duration of time, we put 11 p.m. It probably will be done at 9. We'll just pull and open the road back up. We just wanted to make sure we had enough time. We don't have any idea how many people would show up. And then as far as the police escort, they're saying kickstands up at 11 o'clock, and it would just be right off of Canal, down Broadway to 24.
So, which part of the road on, that's Canal?
It would be from, what is the, Miami?
Miami?
We would close that one all the way off, and then people can drive around to get into the parking lot. And then we would close off just east of we usually go right there to the alley, so if somebody does come in, they can go down the alley right there next to Victory Tape. We usually leave that open to where they can get in and out of there. And like I said, the first year we had a little bit of an issue because people were already committed to come around the corner and then they had to like back up in the bank parking lot. So last one you did, you put that sign out and we didn't have any problems at all.
Okay. But there's travel in Miami still, we're not affecting Miami.
No.
Yours gonna be.
Nope, you can go Miami and go west on Canal.
Okay.
And from Broadway, you can,
You just won't be able to turn on to there. But what it does is for the ATM, because you're going to go behind the bank to the ATM, you can still get back out onto Broadway. So it doesn't affect the bank at all.
okay, gotcha. So
So
you're,
our barricades, we usually go like right in this area here. So that way you can still use the bank, the ATM and all that and still get out. Or you can still get in and get out. And then we just kind of put them right about in there.
okay, gotcha. So right at the
That parking lot that the bank owns, they're usually right there where we put them.
Yeah. Did you see that Kristen was talking about? Do it
Sorry, I didn't do a fancy little map.
so that people can come in and use this still.
And then Todd also, we have a beer garden, and last time you let us use those stand-up things where we could caution tape it off, if we could get some of those as well, it'd be wonderful.
Okay.
And then did they get you the permit to sign, Mr. Meeks?
I've had a few of them, I'm trying to think if that was one of them.
I thought somebody had said that they had brought it up to you to sign.
Who would have it been?
Bob Markham?
Yes.
Okay.
So Todd, I know we're kind of looking at the whole map on my phone, but the road closure on the east end of it would be,
Right out here on Broadway.
well, and he's saying back from Broadway so you can still get into the bank.
Well, you go into the bank from behind it.
Okay,
So that just allows you to get back out. So it would only be in the northbound lane.
oh, so you're just blocking off the northbound lane and then one of the lanes is going to be open?
Yes, so they can still come back out on the, going back east out of the bank, they can still get back onto Broadway. They just don't turn in because you don't go to the bank that way anyway. You gotta go in behind it to go to the ATM.
Right, okay. Is that,
Right.
you got that?
Yeah, so we put one right out there. I think we put it right in the double yellow line.
Yep.
Yeah, on Canal,
Yes,
so that you can see it when you're sitting at the light.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
and then, yeah, it got your attention.
And it wasn't that big of a deal, but there were people getting in there. I mean, it's not like where we were at, but they had to go in and back out of the always parking lot. And you could tell people were frustrated that they already were committed, turned a corner, and they realized there was a road closure 25 feet up.
Yeah. Is, any comment, question, request from police or fire on that? Okay. Kristen?
I don't have any questions either.
Okay. All right, anything from the public? All right, do I have a motion to accept, the request from Literary Aid for, street closure, road closure?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Is that all on our agenda for this evening? Okay. All right, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved. So, second.
All in favor?
Yeah.
All in favor?
Were they both?
Aye.